Now you can start welcoming the gathering.
I welcome all the elite members for this today's homeopathic lecture. Our one of leading homeopaths, Dr. Sujata, of course, I don't know much biodata of her. She's a retired bank employee, and her two daughters are settled abroad, and she is doing human service in the homeopathic field and helping others. Today she is going to give a scintillating lecture on brain and problems arising out of that. Welcoming you and handing over to Sujata madam.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
నమస్కారం ప్రొఫెసర్ గారు నమస్కారం.
నమస్కారం అండి. నమస్కారం.
మూర్తి సార్.
Tell me, sir.
మూర్తి సార్.
Tell me, sir. Tell me.
మూర్తి సార్.
Tell me, sir.
Please.
Sir, screen is visible?
No, screen not visible, madam.
Sir, is it over, sir?
No. It is starting only.
Murthy garu.
Start cheyandi meeru. You introduce.
Okay.
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 Or Narayana sir will introduce her.
Okay. Dr. Surendra garu, Dr. Murthy garu and other faculty members, my co-participants. I am able to hear you.
Yes. Proceed, sir.
Okay. I have a present duty to introduce the Madam Sujata for today's speaker. Sujata born on 25th August of 1968 at Amalapuram, East Godavari district of AP. And I learned she is a daughter of Usha Kameshwari garu and Shankaran garu, who is ITO officer. She completed her school and intermediate in St. Teresa School and College at Elu. Graduated in economics from the Mary Stella College of Vijayawada. She is married to a software engineer, Nukala Sri Venkatratnam garu, who helped her in the last lecture also. During their stay at Hyderabad, she did her MA Economics from Swanya University. They blessed with two daughters, Usha Akhila and Usha Amrita. She did her MPHA course at Chennai after moving to Chennai. After that, she moved to Chennai and then she did her MPHA course there. I've been told that she used to get her daughters also to the course because they were very small and they're always following her. She is very fond of acquiring more and more knowledge in the alternate medicine field. Recently, she acquired a number of certificate courses in attending online programs. A certificate cognition behavior of the therapy, CBT, certified positive philosophy practitioner in accredited, also certified Ayurveda and Health Life from the Uday, California, USA. Concurrently, she did her bachelor in biochemical system of medicine, that is MBBS called, online from Indian Board of Alternate Medicine at Calcutta. Her experience is Dr. Sujata Madam is teaching or treating patients across the globe in particular and especially in the telemedicine field for the last 19 years. Her objective is she is very much fascinated in creating health society by treating patients using alternate medicine system such as homeopathy, biochemical salts and Ayurveda as a social service. Her hobbies are personality counseling, gardening, music of veena playing, fashion design and cooking. She has two bright daughters, as I told you, well settled in USA, Usha Akila and Usha Amrita. She gives a lot of credit to her husband, Sri Venkatattam Garu, a software engineer, for her growth in the alternative medicine system. We all wish her and the whole family a success in achieving their goals. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, screen is visible?
Screen is not visible, madam.
Okay, 1 minute.
Sir, how are you, sir? Present, sir.
Yes. Now brain is visible.
It is visible now.
Now the brain is visible.
Presentation is started. Madam Sujata, now it's
Yes,
okay.
its connection is okay. It's only at start. It's stuck. Viburnum hopeless. Viburnum hopeless. Viburnum hopeless.
And a problem, ain't it?
It's not moving.
Muttiyaru?
Yes, sir. Madam, come out and again come. Totally close and come out. Then you can enter. Sujata, madam. You come out?
And then go into presentation only again.
Yes, yes. Now you can
Presentation
come.
mode.
Is it visible?
Is it visible, sir?
Yes, no, not visible,
No,
but you
it
can
was
start.
visible before.
You can start the class,
No,
madam,
again
without
in the
that.
presentation mode you have to come, madam.
Okay. Is it now?
Yes.
Yes.
It's visible. It's okay now.
Yes, not it.
Today I am discussing about how a human brain and parts of the brain works. The difference between brain and mind related to the mental health issues and problems. I would be suggesting the mental health issues. Brain and mind. The two terms are often used interchangeably. The brain shows is considered to be a physical thing, and mind is considered to be a mental. The brain is composed of nerve cells and can be touched, whereas the mind cannot touch.
Presentation not changed. Madam, presentation,
Ah,
the slides are not changed. The first slide only is visible. Next
Okay.
slide should go.
వెనక్కి వెళ్ళిపోమంటున్నా ముందు.
No. నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్ చేంజ్ కాలేదు అంటున్నాను.
అవునా, ఓకే.
స్లైడ్ చేంజ్ కాలేదు, ప్రెజెంటేషన్ బాగానే ఉంది.
ఇప్పుడండి, ఇప్పుడు చేంజ్ అయిందా?
లేదు, ప్రెజెంటేషన్ రాలేదు. ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ వెంటకి వెళ్ళారు. మీ ప్రెజెంటేషన్ మోడ్లో వచ్చిన తర్వాత 1 by 1 ప్రెజెంటేషన్ స్లైడ్ చేంజ్ కావాలి. యు ఆర్ ఇన్ ప్రెజెంటేషన్ మోడ్ బిఫోర్.
Just one second.
ఓన్లీ స్లైడ్ చేంజ్ కావాలంటే. చక్రవర్తం గారు ఉన్నారా? మరి ఆయన ఉన్నాక ఇంకేంటి. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు సెకండ్ స్లైడ్ వచ్చినట్టుంది. డిఫరెంట్ స్లైడ్, కరెక్ట్. ఓకే సార్.
ఓకే సార్, ఓకే. That brain and mind, the two terms are often used interchangeably. The brain is considered to be a physical thing and mind is considered to be a mental. The brain is composed of nerve cells and can be touched, whereas the mind cannot touch. Brain is the central organ of the human nerve system. Mind is the casualty that manifests itself in the mental phenomena such as perception, thinking, sensation, and reasoning, memory, etc. The brain has many different parts that work together as a team. The mind is involved in the remembering, considering, evaluation, perceiving, and deciding. Or the difference between brain and mind. The table of content. The difference between brain and mind. Brain has cerebellum, cerebrum, brain stem, pituitary gland, hypothalamus. Be good to your brain. That is one part. Okay, and in mind there are the three: consciousness, subconsciousness, and unconsciousness. That is the brain. The table form of the brain and mind is the property.
Next slide, madam. Next slide.
నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్ వచ్చింది కదండి.
రాలే, అసలు రావడమే 4th స్లైడ్ వచ్చింది. ఇది డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ అనేది రావడమే.
అయ్యో, అవునా?
సెకండ్ అండ్ థర్డ్ కూడా రాలే అసలు.
సరేనా?
This is 4th slide.
Wrongly. One sec.
You should go for 5th. Yes, 5th has come. Okay, madam.
ఓకే.
అప్పుడు
brain and mind properties. Brain and mind. The definition of brain. The brain is defined as a physical thing. The mind is defined as a mental thing. Shape. My brain has a defined structure and shape, but the mind don't have any shape and structure. Production. It is in a mind. Brain has it is the production of blood vessels and nerve cells. Yeah, but mind, it is an hypothetical. It is not made of any cells. Touch, yes. Brain has a. You can touch the brain as it is as a physical thing, but mind no, it cannot be touched. Okay, function. It helps in coordinating the feelings of the movements and different functions of the body. But mind, it is just a person understanding the thoughts. Brain. The brain has many different parts that works together as a team. It consists of 5 parts which are key players: cerebrum, cerebellum, brainstem, pituitary gland, and hypothalamus.
It should change again.
చేంజ్ అవుతుందండి సరే
తెలియదు కాలే
మళ్ళీ కాలేదా?
ఫోర్త్ దగ్గర ఉంది, ఫోర్త్ ఫిఫ్త్. అది బ్రెయిన్ అండ్ మైండ్ టేబుల్ దగ్గర ఉంది. ఇట్స్ టేబుల్. నెక్స్ట్ వెళ్ళాలి.
So now,
Yes.
పక్కన వచ్చినాయి. ఎస్ ఎస్, బ్రెయిన్ ఇట్ హస్ కమ్.
The brain has, it consists of 5 parts which are key players: cerebrum, cerebellum, brainstem, pituitary glands, and the hypothalamus.
ఎస్
Okay,
ఎస్.
the brain and cerebrum. The cerebrum is the biggest part of the brain. It is thinking a part of the brain. It helps in controlling the voluntary muscles. Voluntary muscles are muscles that move when you want to them. So you need your cerebrum to perform muscles activities. The cerebrum stores your memory, both short-term memory and long-term memory. It also helps you to understand the benefits and losses in your life. The cerebrum has two halves, with one on each other side of the head. The right half helps in thinking about the abstract things like music, colors, and shapes, whereas the left half is more systematic. It helps with logic and speech. Brain cerebellum. The cerebellum is located at the back of the brain, below the cerebellum. Cerebrum. It is very small as compared to the cerebrum, but it is very important part. The main function is to control and balance the movement and coordination of your muscles to work together. Cerebellum functions include your standing upright, balancing, moving from one place to another. Brainstem. The brainstem is the small, mighty part of the brain. It is found beneath the cerebrum and in the front of the cerebellum. The brain and the spinal cord are connected by the cerebellum. It supervises all the functions of the body which is required to stay alive, like breathing, digestion, and blood circulation. The brainstem also controls involuntary muscles. These muscles work automatically without you even thinking about it. These muscles are present in the heart and stomach. The brainstem commands your heart to pump more blood when required, your stomach to digest the food. Going to next slide. Pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is very small in size. The main job is to produce and release hormones. These special hormones helps in the growth. It plays an important role in the puberty too. This is the time when human bodies undergo major changes, as boys and girls slowly become men and women. This is due to the release of hormones by the pituitary gland. Hypothalamus. The hypothalamus knows what temperature a human body should maintain. The temperature should be about 98.6 foreign degrees or 37 Celsius. It is too hot. The hypothalamus commands your body to sweat. On the other side, if it is too cold, the hypothalamus gets you to shiver. Both shivering and sweating is to get your body's temperature back to normal. Brain. Next. Be good to your brain. So what can we do? Eat healthy food that contains vitamins and minerals. These nutrients are important for the nervous system. Do a lot of functional activities, exercise, wear a helmet while riding or playing any outdoor sports to protect your head. Don't take drugs, alcohol, or tobacco. Use your brain by reading, playing music, making art, brain games, etc. Mind. The mind is involved in remembering, considering, evaluating, perceiving, and deciding. It is also responsible for the occurrence like desires, motives, choices, sensations, perceptions, emotions, memory, traits of personality, and the unconsciousness. The mind consists of three different levels known as consciousness, subconsciousness, and unconsciousness. Consciousness. It is the first level of consciousness which is based on immediate experiences. It depends on the response of sense, analyzing the information and making decisions based on the collected information. Subconsciousness. Subconsciousness is the next level that stores the information which is underneath our instant awareness. Such information may be recorded as a memories. Unconscious. Unconsciousness is much extensive as compared to our consciousness awareness and is made up of natural desires. It impacts our behavior to a great extent even though we are not aware of it. What is the difference now? The stress and strain. What is the difference between the stress and strain? Stress can be defined as in a type of change that causes a physical, emotional, or psychological strain. Stress is your body's response to anything that requires attention or action. If everyone experiences stress to some degree, the way you respond to stress, however, makes a big difference to your overall well-being. Sometimes the best way to manage your stress involves changing your situation. At other times, the best strategy involves the changes the way you respond to the situation. Developing a clear understanding of how stress impacts your physical and mental health is important. It is also important to recognize how your mental and physical health affects your stress levels. How chronic stress can affect your health. Sometimes headaches, severe headaches like migraine and terrible temple side headache and so on, and heart diseases and hair loss and weight gain and weight loss also, and sexual dysfunction. What are the signs of the stress? The stress can be short term or long term. Both can lead to a variety of symptoms, but chronic stress can take a serious toll on the body over a time and having long lasting health effects also. Some common signs of stress include changes in your mind and sweaty palms and decreased sex drive, diarrhea, nausea also sometimes, and difficulties to sleep, digestive problems, dizziness, feeling anxious, frequent sickness, grinding teeth, headaches, low energy, muscle tension, especially in the neck and shoulders, physical aches and pains, raising heartbeats and cerebellum. What in the other side, mental health disorders are schizophrenia, common type of mental disorder characterized by a disorder in a perception, perception and content of thought process, that is hallucination and and delusions, means illusions, and extensive withdrawal of individual interest from the other people and outside the world. It may notice that the decrease it is caused by the hyperactivity of some of the brain chemical pathway and failure cells to communicate the properly with each other, severely impairing person's ability to think. Bipolar. This is also one of the disorder. Bipolar formerly called a manic depressive illness or manic depression. It is a mental illness that causes unusual shifts in a person's mood, energy, activity levels, and concentration. These shifts can make it difficult to carry out day-to-day life tasks. Depression. Depression is a mood disorder that causes the persist feeling of the sadness and loss of interest, and also called major depressive disorders or clinical depression. It will affect how it will have how you feel, think, and behave, and can lead to variety of emotional and physical problems. Identify the stress. What does stress feels like? It often contributes to irritability, fear, work, overwork, and frustration. You may feel physically exhausted, worn out, and unable to cope up. Stress is not always easy to recognize, but there are some ways to identify some signs that you might be experiencing too much pressure. Sometimes stress can come from the obvious source, but sometimes even small daily stress from work, school, family, and friends can take a toll on your mind and body. If you think stress might be affecting you, there are a few things you can watch for. Then psychological signs. Psychological signs such as a difficulty to concentrating, worrying, too much worry, anxiety, and trouble to remembering. Emotional signs such as being angry, irritating, and moody or frustrated mood. And physical signs such as a high blood pressure, changes in your weight, frequent colds or infections, and changes in the menstrual cycles and libido. Behavior signs such as a poor self-care, not having time for the things you enjoy, or relying on drug and alcohol to cope. Another disorder, stress and anxiety. Stress can sometimes be mistaken for anxiety, and experience a great deal of stress can contribute to feelings of anxiety. Experience anxiety can make it more difficult to cope up with stress and may contribute to other health issues, including increased depression, susceptibility to illness, and digestive problems. Stress and anxiety contribute to nervousness, poor sleep, high blood pressure, muscle tension, and excess worry. In most cases, stress is caused by external events, while anxiety is caused by your internal reaction to stress. Stress may go away once the threat or the situation resolves, whereas anxiety may persist even after the original stressor is gone. What are the causes of stress? There are many different things in life that can cause stress. Some main sources of stress include work, finance, relationships, parenting, and day-to-day inconveniences. Stress can trigger the body's response to a perceived threat or danger, known as the fight or flight response. During this reaction, certain hormones like adrenal and cortisol are released. This speeds the heart rate, slows the digestion system, shuts the blood flow to major muscle groups, and changes the various other automatic nervous functions, gives the body a burst of energy and strength. Originally named for its ability to enable us to physically flight or run away from when faced this danger, the fight or flight response is now activated in situation where as neither response to appropriate, like in traffic or during a stressful day and work. When the perceived threat when the preserved threat is gone, systems are designed to return to normal function via the relaxation response. But in the case of chronic stress, the relaxation response does not occur often enough, and being in a near constant state of flight or fight can cause damage to the body. Stress can also lead to some unhealthy habits that have a negative impact on your health. For example, many people cope with stress by eating too much or by smoking or too much or by smoking. These unhealthy habits damage the body and create a bigger problems in long term. For example, use of social media such as Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, YouTube, etc. Nowadays, people in the youngsters, the social media, they are using social media. Because of that, in Facebook, if they negative impact on their photos or whatever they wrote, the person the person can affect the so stressful. Sometimes he thinks he will die. He committed to suicide. That level it will go. So you should for a usage of social media is very dangerous nowadays. Types of stress. Not all types of stress are harmful or even negative. Sometimes of the different types of stress that you can might experience included acute stress. Acute stress is a very short term type of stress that can either be positive more or more distressing. This is the type of stress we must often encounter in day to day life. Chronic stress. Chronic stress is a stress that seems never ending and inescapable, like the stress of a bad marriage or extremely taxing job. Chronic stress can also also stem from the traumatic experience and childhood trauma. Epidemic acute stress. Acute stress is acute that seems to run and to be a way of life, creating a life of ongoing distress. Eustress. Eustress is a fun and exciting. It's known as a positive type of stress that can keep you encouraged. It's associated with with surges of adrenaline, such as when you are killing or racing to meet a deadline. Impact of stress. Stress can have several effects on your health and well-being. It can make it more challenging to deal with life's daily halves. Affects your interpersonal relationships and have determinantal effects on your health. The connection between your mind and body is apparent when you examine stress impact on your life. Feeling stress over a relationship, money, or living situation can create a physical health issues. The inverse is also true. In the inverse also is also true. Health problems, whether you are dealing with high blood pressure or diabetes, they will also affect your stress levels and mental health. When your brain experiences high degrees of stress, your body reacts accordingly. Serious acute stress is like being involved in a natural disaster or getting into a variable alter action can trigger heart attacks and even sudden death also. However, this happens mostly in individuals who already have heart disease. Stress also take an emotional toll. While sometimes stress may produce feelings of mind and anxiety, mild anxiety and frustration, prolonged stress can also lead to burnout, anxiety disorders, and depression. Chronic stress can have a serious impact on your health as well. If you experience chronic stress, your autonomic nervous system will be overactive, which is likely to damage your body. The stress influences the conditions and health conditions, and that it leads to diabetes, hair loss, heart disease, hyperthyroidism, obesity, sexual dysfunction, toothache and gum diseases, and ulcers, and etc. and etc. What are the treatment of stress? Stress is not a distinct medical diagnosis, and there is no single specific treatment for it. Treatment of for stress focuses on changing the situation, developing stress copying skills, implementing relaxation techniques, and treating the symptoms and conditions that may have been caused by the chronic stress. Some interventions that may be helpful include the therapy, meditation, and complementary and alternative medicines and extra medicines. Physiotherapy. In physio, sometimes in the form the therapy, some forms of therapy that may be particularly helpful in addressing the symptoms of stress, including the cognitive behavioral therapy, that is CBT. That is, and mindfulness based the stress reduction, MBSR. CBT focuses on helping the people identifying change negative thinking patterns, while the MBSR utilizes the meditation and mindfulness to help reduce the stress levels. Medication may sometimes be prescribed to address some specific symptoms that are related to the stress. Such medications may include the sleep aids, antioxidants, and antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications. Complementary and alternative medicine. Some complementary approaches may also be helpful for reducing stress, including acupuncture, aromatherapy, massage, and yoga, and meditation and all. Although stress is inevitable, it can be manageable. Okay, when you understand the toll it takes on you and the stops to combat stress, you can take charge of your health and reduce the impact stress has on your life. Learn to recognize the signs of burnout. how to come out the how to come out to the burn. High levels of stress may place you at a high risk of burnout. Burnout can leave you feeling exhausted and apathetic about your job. When you start to feel symptom of emotional exhaustion, it's a sign that you need to find a way to get a handle on your stress. Try to get regular exercise. Physical activity has a big impact on your brain and your body. Whether you enjoy you want to be being jogging, exercise reducing the stress and improves any many symptoms associated with mental illnesses. Take care of yourself. In cooperating, require regular self-care activities into your daily life is essential, essential to stress management. Learn how to take care of your mind, body, and spirit, discover how to equip yourself to live your best life. Practice mindfulness in your life. Mindfulness is not you just a something you practice for 10 minutes each day, 10 minutes to each day. Okay, it can also be a way of life. Discover how to live more mindfully throughout your days, so you can become more awake and conscious throughout your life. Strain. Strain is a psychological frustration, or even suffering that one struggles to find a solution to reduce or eliminate. But in truth, it is frustrating and treating than cognitive dissonance, because major cultural value systems may be involved. What is the stress and strain or toxic stress? Stress is a set of physical and psychological reactions to events that challenges or threaten us. The events can be thinking and and see, hear, feel, feel, etc. The specific reactions vary amongst the individual, but there are constant patterns. Our body's stress response is designed to protect us immediately and for the short term. We can get away from the situation, the flight choice, or deal with it on the spot, the fight option. Okay, the response is ingrained in our brains, so it is difficult to change. Unfortunately, the short-term response does not work well when the challenges or threats as really difficult to go do not go away. In those situations, our bodies and minds cannot relax, and our productive response cannot cope up. The reactions that normally help us are put into the overdrive and are forced to work overtime. The long term effects to be our bodies, minds, and spirits are toxic stress or strain. They can be serious and long lasting. What are the normal what's the normal strain, and what is the toxic strain? The normal means short term stress has three steps or stages. Stressor: an immediate treat, demand or challenges arrives. Deal with the situation, the stress reaction or response. Stressor is gone and your body and mind relaxes back to normal. Examples of normal stress are short-term anxiety when you lose something important, someone else at you, or sometimes someone near you. You are scared by hearing any crash or bang. The There are also three but different stages of toxic stress: long term effect or strain. Stressor come along a demand, treat or challenge, but if this one does not stop. There is no way to deal with it. The response continues, the stresses stays, and the more stresses come along. Your body tries to cope up with the threats or challenges. Stress response the builds up to toxic levels or strains. You can never relax. You can never relax as the stressor does not go away or new ones come along, and it may lead to long-term health or other effects. Toxic stress can result from staff shortages, harassments, bullying, constant noise, lack of say about your job, no respect or little support. This often has a negative physical and psychological effects. The more detailed picture, although stressors are hazards to the mind, they become hazards to the body. It is a bit like the union slaw and injury to all. We react them with our bodies psychologically, and our minds psychologically, and in terms of our behavior. These are reactions are built into us. You can say, we could say that we are had worried way this way. We developed the stress reactions long ago to take care of ourselves when facing danger and the emergencies, such as the peripheral behavior and goods. We deal with the immediate stresses by using the fight or flight. To do either, we need to general coordination and short term response. The response requires energy and although for our mind and the body. This is useful and appropriate for the short term. However, work stresses are rarely common and go quickly when stresses are or hazards continue. Day in and out, our bodies and minds do not have time to relax and recover. Where the constantly in what scientists call the states and arousal being alert. Our brain and is a coordinating assistant use the stress reactions both on the and warm out. The effects of these are going stresses are called strain. Stress and strain are complex reactions in which our minds and bodies try to deal with the challenges, threats or attacks. The reactions are controlled by the sort by the parts of the brain using the hormones and the other feedbacks of a mechanism. To work properly, they need energy and alertness for our mind and body. Think of juggling balls. It may look easy, but there are a lot of unseen coordination going on. The brain is the main coordination of what we are seeing do. It tells our muscles to move in certain ways to specific times. We have concentration and be alert, not just about the balls, but about what else is happening around us. Whereas are the other people, what are those noises and all. The feedback leads to increase metabolism, then heartbeat, breathing, blood pressure, cholesterol and fatty acids in the bloodstream, production of stomach, then the acids and blood sugars, then opening of airways to get more oxygen to muscle. At the same time, some things have to slow down. They include the making proteins, digestion, immune and allergic response system. Finally, muscles tense, getting ready to feel, and there can be a localized inflammation causing swelling and pain in the joint, muscles, and skin. These reactions cause feelings of sensation that may include raising the heartbeats, knots your stomach, and dry mouth, problems, swelling, tension, aching, pain, or shaking in various muscles. When the When the hazards of continued day in day out, our bodies do not have enough changes relax and ఇందాక చెప్పేసామండి
రిపీట్ అవుతుందా?
రిపీట్ అవుతుంది when we are stressed, we tend to feel or be more anxious, irritable, depressed, accident prone, impatient with time. Mental, emotional, behavioral effects became more serious. They lead to diseases or disorders such as depressions, feeling apathetic, low confidence, low on crying spells, anxiety, increased tension and fearful mood changes, constant negativity, overreaction and irritational behavior, and inability to concentrate and finish the task and paramina, and social isolations and withdrawal and suicidal thoughts. For example, a common effect is blaming ourselves for our stressed state. We take things out of on the others and ourselves. Outside works, we are more likely to turn to drugs and alcohol to cope. Have conflict with family and friends become violent, stop participating in family, sports and community activities. ఇది ఇందాక రిపీట్ అవుతుంది
డైరెక్ట్గా
అయిపోయిందా?
ఇది కూడా అయిపోయింది.
మెడిసిన్స్కి వెళ్ళిపోండి అమ్మా, మెడిసిన్స్కి వెళ్ళిపోండి.
అదే మెడిసిన్కి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. హోమియో there are the homeo medicines. Here are some main my top homeo medicines. Arsenic album. For people with feelings of insecurity and fear about health, the future and money, which often gets worse at night or when alone. They desire company but can become the controlling or critical of those they are with. The absence of over small details are designing on a neatness and order. Econate, indicated for great fear and anxiety, for shock after a trauma and panic attacks. Some symptoms may include the palpitations, restlessness, shortness of breath, dry skin, and trembling. They have an intensive fear of death, disease, hospitals, and fear of darkness and going to bed or ghost and going out. Gelsemium, anticipation of anxiety for social outings, events, and exams. Come across as appearance and time. They experience the performance anxiety that can lead to vertigo, trembling, speechlessness, and diarrhea. Do not like to be in crowds, and they desire light and quietness. Argenticum nitricum, for those who experience the fear and anxiety before appointments, events of parliament, or from small spaces or heights. Everyday situations may lead to agitation of offensive thoughts and behaviors. They can experience the digestive issues like diarrhea and often crave salt and sugar. Ill effects from the bad news, fights, anger, griefs of loss. They may experience the extreme mood swings, going from crying to laughing, have a desire to be alone, tend to tend to cite a lot, and hypersensitive to external impressions such as noises, odors, touch, etc. Feel versus from the consolation. Lycopodium. They have a severe lack of self-confidence and suffer from anticipation, anxiety, and stage fear. We will experience the anxiety when the new challenges arise in work or social situations, which may cause digestive problems, irritability, or the irritability. Desire to be left alone, but deals and dreads solution. Phosphorus. The worry about the being alone, being rejected, and are frightened as easily. Wary of life. Indifferent and apathetic, has gloomy forebodings, oversensitive to external impulsions, and can be fearful of trouble, thunderstorms, darkness, loud noises, and crowds. Ashwagandha and ginseng, these are the mother tinctures you have to use. Mixtures these two remedies mixed in equal parts and 10 drops a dose, thrice a day, reduces the stress by helping adrenal glands to function properly. Adrenal glands are main glands responsible for dealing with stress. The mixture also gives energy to the body, increases the mental and physical performance, reduces the fatigue, and increases the resistance to function. Hypericum 15 drops a dose 3 times a day gives a good results to reduce the stress and depression. It increases the blood flow to the stress tissues. It can be used when no definite symptoms can be found to select an indicated remedy. Lavender oil. Lavender oil reduces the anxiety, tension, and stress. Put a few drops of lavender oil on a handkerchief for smelling, and few drops of on it on the pillow before going to the bed. Osmum santum. It is an anti-stress remedy in Hindu temples. It leaves with diluted milk or gives us the charanamrit to devotees. Giddiness while walking, better by wrapping the head. Arnica monta. Fatigue on the account of overuse of muscles and brain, mental and physical fatigue, limbs and body aches as if beaten. It removes the fatigue of the brain and also of the body. Caliphas. Tired feeling with trembling, there is a nervous exhaustion from our work or stress. Severe mental and muscular fatigue, anxiety, and irritability. Good remedy for chronic fatigue syndrome. Natramur. Natramur debility, weakness, and tiredness is felt in the morning in bed. The regular health tips. People who have stress and strain, please follow the following tips. Wake up early in the morning, do yoga and meditation for a given strength to brain. Be excessive in a full and unpolluted air. Do never stop nature call and urinary urgency. Drink minimum 4 liters of water in a day. Eat breakfast like a king. And eat nutritious food like dry fruits and nuts. Eat 3/4 of the stomach. Eat lunch like a normal person. Avoid the carbohydrates. Avoid the carbohydrate. Eat dinner at early evening like a poor man. Eat the food half stomach and drink plenty of water in the night. Eat easily digested food like fruits and lipids. Don't take too much pressure or stress onto the mind. Think well with a brain and do with heart, so no pressure on mind and body. Do exercise or walk after food minimum 2 kilometers. Study motivated persons' biography, how they achieve their goals and dreams, like Swami Vivekananda and Swami Chanakya and Abdul Kalam motivated speech. Think positive and enjoy the family. Don't take too much pressure on the mind and avoid social media usage and mobile usage. I'm really thankful to all my professors of MPHA for continuous guidance and ever since I have joined the course to till date. Thank you, Murthy sir. I would like to bring all to my members notice that there is a constant support to pursue this course and do the services to the people. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, madam. Nice lecture.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you, madam. You have given
Thank you,
excellent
sir.
lecture. And one thing I want to inform regarding madam, recently this year, 2023 March 8th, she has been awarded as Vaidya Ratna by Kannada Society. Oh, very good.
Good.
I think so. It is correct, madam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good, sir.
She has
Very
been
good.
awarded a Vaidya Ratna on March 8th.
Congrats.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Actually, in COVID time, COVID time, people are suffering with so much stress because of because of overload of work from office and personal life. So sometimes the COVID attacks are there. So and on that time, I treated so many more than 20, more than 50 people. I treated especially COVID people. So stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3. For that, they get honored with a nice Karnataka Ratna award. So that is the blessings of my Swamis. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sir Surendra sir, for 5 minutes you are light on the subject. Only 5.
Very beautiful lecture, very informative lecture. Thank you, madam. I continue. I wish that you will give more such lectures in
Thank you.
future, so
Thank
that
you.
it will be a very inspiration for people like us, because we are hearing from our own students about
Thank
very,
you.
very good things. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep it up, keep it up.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
See, brain has a lot of network. Supposing you don't hear, you don't understand, that's nothing. Nothing. No emotional activities. You stare at something, that keep quiet. But the trouble comes when you want to be an intellectual, you want to come up in life, you fight with the academies. So there goes stress and strain. Family problems, stress and strain. And those who have not been brought up from the childhood properly, they get anger, they get frequent fights, leading to stress and strain, leading to catastrophe also. We know that desires make you, girl is yellow, family gets suicide.
Yes, sir.
When the child could not face the NEET test, she takes extremism. So these are all the stress. They are abundantly available in world. The stress is abundantly available in world. You cannot avoid it. You have to go through that process. For that, you have to equip your mind. Taking something ignoring something, not involving in unnecessary things, determining your future. That is why we say to children, you have your studies concentrated, have your works up to date. Don't worry about anything. We take care of it. So that other stress is related to the child. When child grows, becomes academician, other things, there his stress starts.
Yes, sir.
That is why in the Hindu mythology, all right, in any religion, they go to the temple or they go to they do prayers in the house. That it equip the mind. Equip the mind. You will come out of any grief. You will face any grief in the life. Aconite is the best medicine in homeopathy. But numbers of medicines in homeopathy. As he said, Dalcamera, calcarea carp, when mental disturbances take place, hyoscyamus,
Yes, yes.
hypericum,
Ignitia.
magnesium phosphoricum, nectrum phosphoricum, etc., etc. There are hundreds. See, we can take 2 to 3 hours lecture on homeopathic medicine.
Yes, sir.
That she has concentrated only to the stress and strain.
Yeah.
But stress and strain can be caused by various factors. There are two distinctions between stress and strain. Strain means physically exhausting ourselves. Stress means involving and getting our brain fag, confusion, disturbances, etc. So for all these, there are hundreds and thousands of medicines in homeopathy. Of course, our master, Mr. Murthy, will lead you. Suresh also will lead you. Just I am handing over to Mr. Murthy. Thank you very much.
Sir, Suresh Kumar sir. Suresh Kumar sir. For 5 minutes, you talk about Madam's lecture.
Voice audible to everyone.
Yes, yes.
Let me first thank and congratulate Sujata madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I am very proud of hearing you. In fact, you were so exhausted. So I joined in between. But what I could see from the presentation, that was very exhausted. And I'm very deeply happy about presenting this topic in a very well elaborate way. And once again, we are proud as a faculty, since you are a product of our institution. I am very proud. So, and congratulations that you rendered a great humanitarian help during COVID, and you got the award for Vaidya Ratna like that. And we are very happy on this, very happy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Coming to
Yes, sir. This is my distinct.
Very good. Excellent.
thank you.
And this is for COVID people. In COVID medical camp I got. And another thing, in Karnataka board, they
Yes.
honored this award also, sir.
Very good.
But because of language, I could not able to express, but I have so many thoughts and I have so many stories about medical things and all. Because I have a little bit English problem. That's the reason I could not able to express my own feelings.
Okay.
Madam, We once again congratulate you for your outstanding performances and achievements. And we pray Almighty that the God should bless you with more laurels, more such laurels in the future. And God should give you enough strength. And God should give you enough knowledge and wisdom to do more and more for the service of the society.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Coming to the topic, it was a very exhaustive and elaborative. I don't think that it needs any further, what's called a detailed explanation on that. But in brief, I want to add few things, just not on therapeutic side. Therapeutic side, Dr. Murthy will lead. But as Dr. Surendra said, in this mechanical world, today's century, we cannot live without stress. Stress is a part and parcel of our life. We have to manage with that. The crisis will, off and on, it will be with us. Because from the morning when we get up from the bed till we go to the bed, the stress and strain is becomes our part and parcel of that, like a shadow. Just like a shadow goes with us, same way the stress also begins from the morning and it leads till end. But the management is very important. As Dr. Surendra said, we cannot leave this, we have to live with it. But how to live judiciously, how to live efficiently, that is the art, that is the role which we have to learn. That is utmost important in these modern days. But most important that stress is mostly, it appears in emotional level as anger, irritability, mood changes, anxiety, depression, like this. And in behavioral aspect, I have seen my clinical conditions that in behavioral aspect, people, the impact of the stress is they withdraw from others, they will not join the company, they will use the drugs, they use the caffeines, they will use the alcohols, they eat excessively. Some people eat excessively, some people have a loss of appetite. So sleep pattern changes. These are all the behavioral changes which we see in clinical conditions. And not only this, not only behavioral changes, but the stress has got a greater level of impact on the cognitive level also. On the cognitive level also, I have seen that people are difficult in concentration because nowadays the lack of concentration becomes a very big problem on account of the stress. Then weak memory. Memory weakness also develops because of this acute stress and making good judgments, making good decisions in a stressful environment. That is very important. A man has to do a good judgment, right decision in the stressful scenario. So this becomes also a greater issue in this modern world. So the cognitive level disorders are also very paramount importance for the physician. So in brief, I summarize that the cognitive level recognition, behavioral level recognitions, and emotional level recognition has to be undertaken by the physician, and necessary steps have to be taken by for this therapeutic purposes. So with this, I conclude. Once again, I thank Sujata madam.
Thank you.
All the best to her. Over to Dr. Murthy.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. So, Bona madam. Bona madam.
Yes, sir.
You be prepared for February, January or February. Same stress management in what we called batch flower. Batch flower is 1 minute. Batch flower remedies. Very good
Sir,
medicines
I'm
are
not
there
in-
in the batch flower
Sorry,
remedies.
sir, I'm not feeling well today.
No,
I
not
have
now, not
fever.
now, not now.
Okay.
In February, I have given one month more.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Whatever the madam has told about this our homeopathy medicines, exhaustive, that is sufficient for us. And in batch flower remedy, we are having important 2 remedies are there. One is beech, BEECH, beech. The person cannot tolerate somebody's advice. The The patient cannot tolerate somebody's advice. Even somebody tells something, suppose for example today Sujata madam has given an excellent lecture, I can't tolerate. Stress has increased for me. At that time I had to take beach. So any situation, if the person doesn't accommodate that person, other person, then beach will enter into there. If you give beach for 3 to 4 days, this system will, his mentality will reduce. After that, another thing for everybody, this stress is there from child, 2 years, 3 years child onwards, because the parents are giving him what we call the cell phone for his playing or for his for eating at that time also. So he will be very busy in that. If you take that cell phone from him, he will become stress, tension. So everybody is having family tension, official tension, financial tension, everything. Stress is there continuously. We have to live along with the stress. It's one of the most companion for us. So for that, excellent medicines are homeopathy there, and immediately if you want to reduce pain, impatience are there. Impatience medicine, bachelor remedy medicine name, impatience. That if you take 2 doses a day for 2 to 3 days, the stress will be reduced. Even in the office also, if you feel any stress, you take 1 or 2 doses within half an hour or 1 hour, the stress will be reduced. So we are having excellent remedies of BEACH, BECH, which we cannot tolerate somebody's advice. The second one is any type of stress, impatience, if you give it, will reduce. Another thing, anticipating is there. Madam has already told, our Argentine nitricum and gelsinum is there. And a person who is having continuous stress, without stress he is unable to sleep also. At that time, Califas continuously in 6x, minimum 15 to 21 days if you take, the stress will be reduced. Califas is one of the best handy bio salt. Preferably you take a good company, Regweg or Allen or whatever it may be, good company, sealed, not loose. Any questions in this? Next week I will ask one question, 1 or 2 questions in the stress related matters. So you must be very answerable to that. Madam has allowed me, I think. I will send whatever the notes she has given, that I will send it to you after our, this is over. Any questions, sir? Otherwise we'll close. Time is over. Thank you, sir. So next week we will meet with general topics.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.